morning, friends of the inverted cow. Actually, it's good evening. Today, as you may know or may not know, is Marianne's birthday. Marianne left me to have an affair with her boyfriend. Unfortunately, I still care for her. And so, in honor of her birthday today, I'm going to make chocolate cheesecake. My favorite and hers. To start with, I'm going to make the crust using these chocolate cookies. The rest of the ingredients are here, and we will begin. I hope everybody enjoys, and I hope we have some fun. Alright, first we have separated the cookies from the icing. We will crush these cookies up in a few seconds here, and we will begin making the cake. Base, whatever you call it. Crust. That's the word I'm looking for. Crust. Cookies, icing, crust. Stay tuned. Okay, here we have crushed cookie crumbs. We'll separate these up, throw them on the stove with a little butter and some chocolate, and we will begin making the crust. Okay, here we are now, the third of a cup of margarine and probably about a quarter cup of chocolate chips are just about melted in the pan. I'm just going to let this just completely liquefy, and we'll add the crumbs, cookie bits, pieces, whatever they are. Oh. It's too bad this doesn't have smell. Just the melting chocolate. Oh. Okay, crust is made. Just basically press the cookie crumbs down. The pack of cookies makes about 2 cups full of cookie crumbs. So I took a little bit extra and I set them aside, and I'm going to use them for something else with the filling centers later. Our next step is to let this cool, and we'll start making the cheesecake itself. Alright, first step is we will cream 3 blocks of cream cheese using the old mighty kitchen master here. Okay, that's whipped up now. The next step here, we're just making up some melted chocolate. We have condensed milk, 4 eggs, and cocoa. The instructions said 1 whole package of chocolate, but I cheated. I used a little bit of semi-sweet chocolate chips in addition to pre-sweetened cocoa. And this is just looking nice here. Just leave that on low and let that finish up. Okay, we'll add in the eggs. The eggs are mixing. We'll add in the condensed milk. Do so without spilling all over the counter here. And we're in the pot here, and this is looking very good. Oh, it's nice and creamy here. Okay, we'll turn the heat off. We're just going to real quick here throw in I don't know, it's a tablespoon powder. Now I need 2 hands for this. Okay, the ingredients now are mixing up nicely. We'll just let that blend for another minute or 2. And we'll pull the crust out of the fridge. Crust is ready, looks good. I'll just give that a little bit of burst of speed here, and then we'll mix up the last of this cheesecake and we'll throw her in the oven. Okay, there's the cake in the pan, ready to go in the oven. I had wanted to put cookie crumbs and the wafers in a layer in between, but I am finding that the cake pan is just a little bit small. Oven's almost hot. We'll fire it in the oven and we'll pull it out in about an hour. Okay, just checking the cake here. It's been in for an hour now. As you can see, it still jiggles a tiny bit on the top, so we're going to give it about another 5 to 10 minutes. But it has risen quite nicely and it's looking very tasty. And here we are out of the oven. I had to over bake it a little bit, hence the cracking. Mainly because I think the milk I was supposed to use was not as condensed as it was. It was only evaporated. It was supposed to be condensed milk. But, live and learn. Anyhow, the cake is cooked. We're just going to let it cool a little bit. It's still a little toasty. And then we'll use these ingredients and we'll make up some really special topping for it, and she'll be ready to serve just in time for dessert. Alright, we've just taken the cookie centers, give them a quick spin with the whipper here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to mix the cookie crumbs in with the cookie centers, and then we're going to spread it on the top of this, and then we're going to make up some whipped cream, and we'll decorate this up real nice and pretty like. Alright, last thing here, we've just made up a batch of chocolate whipped cream. This is whipped cream with chocolate. You whip it up so it's nice and thick. This is just going to get refrigerated a little bit, and then I'm just going to whip it a bit more, and by then the cake should be cooled and we can put it on the cake. And here we have the finished cake. As you can see, the whipped cream did not stand up as well as I was hoping it would. It's been sprinkled with chocolate. Now, many people here are going to sit there and say, why would I do such a thing as this? Well, the truth is, I promised Marianne that I would make her chocolate cheesecake for her birthday. For my birthday, Marianne had promised me that she was going to make me a chocolate cake. It's still sitting in the box. My birthday was in November. I promised Marianne for her birthday I would make her chocolate cheesecake. Here it is sitting on the table. Unfortunately, she's not here to enjoy it. Have a good night, people.